Wisconsin. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's 2nd down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
On 1st and 10, Newton looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season, and many thought that was the first of what with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Hey, you block over here. Mike 51, Mike 51. Check pass, check pass. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check, 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 check. Run. Motion backfield, motion backfield. Back north.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. There, a 1st down.
For a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Aaron Jones.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in, and the Packers have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
For the New England Patriots coming back out here, and CD 1-1 on the season for New England. Winners over Miami in the opener. Fell in a great ball game week 2 to the Seahawks, 35-30. But this was a game that the Patriots had a chance to win. Cam Newton stopped at the goal line on the final play of the contest. Even with the loss, so I think you'd have to say the Cam Newton experiment looks like it might. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton on the crossing route. That's caught. Julian Edelman. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Cam Newton's best day ever in terms of passing yardage actually came against these Green Bay Packers. It was just His second NFL start back in September of 2011. He threw for 432 yards against them as a member of the Panthers, but it was a 30-23 loss in that affair despite his heroic efforts. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
20. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Julian Edelman.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 30. They will go for it. Now Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Yards. 1st down, New England.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Patriots nothing.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Edelman, a gain of 12.
Patriots.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, here's White. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Newton dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Newton. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Now a first down throw for Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On a handoff, it's White. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Next offensive series coming up here for the 2-0 Packers, who are coming off a pretty thorough 42-21 victory over Detroit. Aaron Rodgers had the big game week 1, followed it up with 2 more touchdown passes. And Aaron Jones, how about him? A league-high 168 yards on the ground on Sunday, 68 more in the passing game, 3 total touchdowns. Not too bad, Mr. Davis.
Not too bad at all. Remember, the Packers drafted A.J. Dillon, a big running back out of Boston College. I think there's a little motivation there for Aaron Jones, and he's putting on a show in the early going. And remember, in the draft, everyone was screaming, why didn't you get more weapons for Aaron Rodgers? Well, maybe the weapons they had were good enough already, and they've tuned it up to a higher level. This Packers team, 43 points, 42 points the first 2 weekends. On the road in Minnesota the first time. And the other 2 times that Aaron Rodgers has done that, he won the MVP. He's awfully motivated as well. And how about their game next week, Brandon? That's a big one.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up. A Sunday nighter at New Orleans. Going to be fun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They find some open field here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
At the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for N'Keal Harry.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
N'Keal Harry.
Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Tyler Ervin back deep. It's taken to the 26. So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 27 yards there. A first down.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Back to one.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Go, go. 20. 8.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And there's a catch there by Julian Edelman, and I know the conversation is very big on how much will he miss Tom Brady. But Edelman's one of the top slot receivers in the league and an uber competitor. He's going to miss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There goes Green. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. Second. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Will Redmond. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
51 to Mike, boy. All right. Touchdown, defense. Box it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there. Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team?
There he goes, Julian Edelman. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver, was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Devin Asiasi there to make the grab. And the Patriots are back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Folk connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready.
Cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. First and 10.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll go again to Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will be out of bounds as the third quarter comes to an end with an INT. Back now at Lambeau. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the give, it's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Will Redmond. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Taylor. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Jair Alexander.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Devin Asiasi. Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Rolling to his right. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Newton on first down. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing again is Newton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, 626. Get 300. Get 300. 48 month. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike 48. Mike 48. 26. Get this. Jim. Check 48 to the mic. Hey, D-Bob.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 88 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Patriots 14,